Okay, cool. Just a moment, let me show my screen. Yes, I hope my screen is visible, right?
Yes, sir.
Cool. So today we will start with a very basic introduction about the Excel. So this is the Excel. You can simply open Excel. So you can search here in the search bar Excel and you can simply open it, right? Okay. So when you are opening the Excel, you are able to see some vertical lines, right? And some horizontal lines. Currently, you are able to see sheet 1. Similarly, like sheet 1, if I am going to click one just on the plus sign, I am able to add the other sheets, right? So if you just have the look on the Excel, you are able to see few options on the top. And if you are going to click in each option, which is called as the tab, within each tab, you are able to see multiple options, right? Right now, you may not be aware about these options or about the main tabs. So these are the tabs: home, insert, page layout, formulas. So these are called as the tab. So while learning about any tool, we need to understand the interface of that tool, right? Then below that, you are able to see multiple options. For example, if I'm clicking on the home, then within home, I'm able to see the multiple options. So then we have the insert option. Then we have the page layout, formulas, data, and review, view, developer, help, and power pivot. So developer and power pivot option may not be available in you. Okay. So you are able to see the home option and multiple options. So how these options are classified, like which tool should be there in the home tab, which should be there in the insert tab. So it is based on the similarity of the functions that they perform, right? For example, in the insert tab, you are able to see insert shape, icon, likewise. So based on the similarities, they did grouping. So this part is upper part, which is gray with multiple options. So that is called as the ribbon. A ribbon contains the multiple options, right? Within each ribbon, what you are able to see? You are able to see the line which is separating, right? And you are able to see the arrow at the right bottom, right? You're able to see this line separating. So this is just, for example, the name is given for this area, entire area, which is separated by the vertical line is font. For example, here alignment. So what is exactly font? What is alignment? You don't have to worry about this part right now. We'll just understand the basics. Okay. We'll just understand the layout of this ribbon. So firstly, we understood that we have the multiple tabs here. Within each tab, we are able to see the multiple option. Right now, we are not able to understand what are the tools, what are these tabs means, right? And within each tab, multiple options are there. Again, these options are separated and grouped with the help of the vertical lines, right? So first one is the font, clipboard is there. Within clipboard, you are able to see multiple option. So this is again, grouping is done. So grouping is done again based on the similarity of the functions these tools perform. For example, if you are able to see the font, so here you can see fill color is there, font size is there, font size is there, font style is there, bold, italics, underline, you are able to make. So it means that based on the similarity, they have done the grouping, right? Below this, you are able to see apex. And here the empty bar. If I'm writing simply anything here in the cell, anything I'm able to writing here, you're able to see here, which is called as the formula bar. Why it is called as the formula bar? Any idea? Yes. If I want to increase the size of the column, I'm just double clicking here. We'll see some advanced options also, but we'll start with the basic for now. Any idea why it is called as the formula bar? This
If
part?
any, if any formula are put here in column or row, that this formula bar will open,
Yeah.
regarding which formula are you using right now.
Yes. So when Excel was developed initially, who developed the Excel?
9080s.
Yeah, but which company?
Microsoft.
Yeah.
Microsoft.
So Excel is developed by Microsoft, right? So initially, when Excel was developed, the main intention or the purpose behind development of the Excel was for the accounting purpose, for calculation purpose, right? Are you agree with me? Main
Yes.
intention was that, right?
Yes, yes.
Before Excel. So what is Excel basically?
So it is
Excel is,
basically a spreadsheet software.
yeah. So it is basically spreadsheet software or the application, right? So what is spreadsheet? Anyone knows about the spreadsheet?
Yeah, spreadsheet is basically like a workable area
Mhm.
where we can do all the accounting or the mathematical functions like addition, subtractions, and everything.
Yes, right. Everyone is aware about the spreadsheet paper,
Yes.
right? So this is the spreadsheet paper, right? Just simply. So simply the spreadsheet, this is the spreadsheet paper. So simply it contain horizontal and vertical lines, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So this is simply the spreadsheet paper. So initially, before development of the Excel, so accounting people were using this spreadsheet paper. Today also this spreadsheet paper is used, but not that much extensively, right? So if you look at the structure or layout of the spreadsheet paper, and if you look at the spreadsheet, if you look at the layout of sheet of each Excel, is it similar to spreadsheet paper? Right? So in the spreadsheet paper also you are able to see vertical and horizontal line. Same way you in Excel also you are able to see the vertical and horizontal lines, right? These vertical lines are called as the, yes, I'm just selecting it. So these are called as the columns. And these horizontal lines are called as the rows. Any doubt till this point?
No.
Yes. Right. If I'm going to at the end of this Excel spreadsheet paper or Excel spreadsheet, not paper, Excel spreadsheet, I'm able to see this number. So what is this number? Yes, this is the end of this sheet. Yes, what is this number?
Row number 10 lakhs for 48,576.
Yes, it means that each sheet contain 10 lakh 48,576 rows, right?
Yes.
10 lakh 48,576, right? How many columns are there within Excel? This vertical part, these vertical lines are called as the columns. Any difference that you are able to see by looking at the rows and by looking at the column, anything, any single difference that you are able to identify here? Just observe it carefully.
Column name is in alphabet
Okay.
and the row's name is in numerical.
Okay. So by default, we are able to see column names by alphabet like A, B, C, D. Then you can see once Z is top, then it is again started with the initially as A and then second letter as A to Z alphabet, right? Like this. If A is top, then again initially is B and then again second letter is A to Z alphabets, right? Like this. This is by default. Columns are indicated by alphabets and these are by numbers. So I'm using shortcuts, so you don't have to worry about that. You will also able to use all these shortcut within just 2 classes, 2 to 3 classes. Once we will cover the shortcuts, you don't have to mug up anything. Okay, we'll go with the logic only, right? Excel is based on the logic. If you are able to understand the logic, if you will go with the logic, then only you will able to apply advanced analytics things within the Excel, right? You don't have to mug up anything or you don't have to remember a single thing within the Excel, right? So right now, by default, I'm saying columns are indicated by alphabets. I can change the columns to number for column headers to number also. So that is a separate topic. So I don't want that to create complexity that how can we do this. I'm just doing it just to show you, right? So right now, how columns are indicated?
Numerical.
Yeah, numeric. We'll see that topic, how I did that changes. Now that is a separate topic, that is Excel options. So with the time, you will able to understand this Excel options also, right? So right now, I just want to show you how many columns are there within the Excel. Any guesses? Rows are 10,48,000. Then how many columns? Any prediction about the number of columns in the Excel?
Approx 60,000, 16,000.
Okay, cool. So let's go to the end. And 16,384 columns are there, right? At the end, you can see 16,384. Clear till this point? Any doubt?
No, sir.
Yeah. So my next question is that why 16,300 only 84? No, why not 85? Why not 83? Why 10 lakh 48,000? 576 only. Why not 574? Why not 577? Yes.
Because the combination of the alphabet will be till there.
No, it's not like that. Na?
Okay.
It's still X only. Y and Z is also pending, right?
Yes.
And even so it is at the third. Like, you can see three combinations are there, three alphabets combination, right? They can increase to four again also, right?
Yes.
And for number of rows, that is 10 lakh 48,000. They can increase or decrease also by one, right? That is not big issue. So basically, our computers works on the binary system, right? What is binary system? Any idea?
It's like
Most of
zero and
yeah,
one.
yeah. So most of you are from I think different backgrounds. Some may from the engineering background. So computer operates on binary system. So here binary system means that is the base 2 system. What is base 2 system?
Base will be 2.
Yes, base will be 2. Right? So that is the number of columns. Excel also works on the same principle. So number of columns and rows will be based on the power of 2. Binary system is base 2. That is power of 2. Why that is needed? For optimizing the processing efficiency. Optimizing the processing efficiency and memory management. Yes. What does this term means? It simply means that processing efficiency means that by the 16,000 numbers, 16,000 columns and 10,48,000 rows, Excel is performing very efficiently. If we are going to increase the number of columns or the rows, then its efficiency may be decrease. And also the memory management, right? So likewise, for example, if sheet 1 is there, sheet 2 is there. So likewise, I can add total 56 sheets. Sorry, 156 sheets within the Excel. And you can see 10,48,000 rows are there and 16,000 columns are there within one sheet. So same pattern is there in each sheet, right? So current hardware and software requirement of the Excel and computer. So that are currently supporting only 16,000 columns and 10,48,000 rows. If capacity will increase in future, then they will also increase the number of columns and number of rows. So how this? So how this number of columns 16,000 are coming? That is, just a moment. We have to learn the Excel with logic only, not to mug up. We'll go with the basic, then you will understand very easily. So 2 raised to 14 to the 2 to the power of 14. So how much number we are getting? 16,000, right? Which is exactly equivalent to the number of columns currently in Excel, right? If I'm going to change this to 13, see the difference. How much we are getting?
Half of it.
Half of it, right? If I'm going to make it 14, then exactly we are getting. If I'm going to make it 15, just look at the number that we are getting. Double, right? So if I'm going to change this power, na, see if for example, if I'm going to do 2 to the power of 15, then number become 32,000, right? But currently, hardware requirement and software that is not supporting this number. Memory management is not supporting. Efficiency is going to decrease. So that's why this is the optimum number, which is 2 raised to 14. So what will be here? 2 raised to, yes, to get this 10,48,000. 2 raised to, yes, 20. Then we are getting exactly 10,48,000. Any doubt till this point? Anything?
No, sir.
Yeah, cool. So I just have one question. For example, so how many rows are there within the Excel sheet? Single sheet?
10 lakh 48,500 something.
Yes. If let's take the example, I have data which contain 31 lakhs rows. How can I add this data into this Excel file?
Keep
Yes,
in multiple sheets.
yes. We can add data in the multiple sheets because this 10 lakh 48,000 rows are there in the single sheet. Same pattern is going to follow in the total 256 sheets, right? So that is the separate part that if we are going to fill the Excel with like, lakhs of the rows, like more than 3 4 lakhs rows, even though its capacity is 1048, but it will not perform well. Its performance will get slowed down. It will start like, freezing. We will not be able to open or close it properly, right? But that was the logic. In historic time, when Excel initially developed, so at that time it has less number of the rows and columns. But with the time, they increase the capacity and come up with the Excel which has 16,000 rows, columns and 10 lakh 48,000 rows. Right. So like this, we are able to add the 256 sheets. We'll go in detail. We'll understand about the interface of the Excel in detail once our regular batch will be started. Right. Today, the main agenda is to understand some basic things about the Excel. Okay. Text and number. I'm going to start with the new concept within the Excel, which is very basic but very important. For any programming language, this concept is going to be useful for you. For anything, SQL, Python, Power BI, within Power BI, DAX functions, then in the VBA coding, this concept is going to be useful for you. So I just have the simple question. So what are the text and what are the numbers? Simple question, just what are the text and what are the numbers in general in mathematics? Yes, very basic question. Yeah, very simple, very basic. What are the numbers? Just simple definition, just simple what you are able to see. For example, if I'm writing something here and just
Number in integer.
no, it's not like that. Na number may be decimal also. So what are the numbers? That is my question right now. So what are these
Numbers.
numbers?
A
What are these?
combination of
Yes,
alphabet text
yeah, this is the text. How you are able to identify that this is the text?
by alphabets, English alphabet,
Yes, yes. And what are the numbers? Then how you are able to identify
by digits.
digits? So anything that is composed of 0 to 9 are the numbers, right? In mathematics,
Yes.
everything other than 0 to 9, that may be alphabets, right? That may be special characters like this exclamatory mark, space, etc. Right? So what are these? These are text, right? Yes, are you with me?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So you understood that what is the text, what is the number? Okay, right. So numbers are simply anything that is composed in between 0 to 9. Any number that is composed of digits 0 to 9, that is the number. Other than everything, maybe alphabets A, B, C, D, or any special character like at the rate, exclamatory mark, any other thing, anything, that is the text. That is the simple definition of mathematics, right? That is the simple definition of universe, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, cool. Then let's come to the another point here. I'm writing one date here. So what is this? Is it number or the text? Yes. You can speak, nothing wrong in.
It's a
Sir,
date.
it contains both text and number.
Yeah. So what is text here?
Text is
Hyphen.
250120. Not
Yeah.
text is hyphen.
Yeah. So hyphen is the text here, right? So it is composed of, as per the definition of the mathematics, it is composed of both number and the text, right?
Text.
Okay, cool. I'm just writing the today's date in different format. So what do you think? This is text or the number?
Text.
Both.
Yeah. Okay. Why only text?
Because a alphabetical gen has been added.
Yeah. So here you can see 25 are the number digits and hyphen and Jan. So that is the text, right? So it is composed of both text and the numbers, right? But in Excel, definition of numbers and text is different. So these are the dates. So these are the numbers, not the text, right? So how we'll go with the basic fundamental concepts of the Excel, and that concept is going to useful for you in all the programming language. Okay, and this is very important concept while writing any formula, while writing any VBA code. This concept is going to useful for you. Simply in Excel, text and number definitions are different, right? So simply I'm just writing here, just a moment. So I'm just writing here number 1, 2, 3, alphabet ABC. Just look at this 1, 2, 3 and just look at this ABC. What difference you are able to see in between these two cells?
One is text and one is number.
Yeah. Other than this, like just looking at this, in anything that you are able to see any difference, any other?
Alignment.
Yes. Alignment.
Number.
Yeah. So you can see this 1, 2, 3 is on the right side, right? So text is there on the left side, numbers are there on the right side, right? If I'm writing any number, so that is coming on the right side only. If I'm writing any text, that is coming on the left side only. Why this is happening? Because by default, numbers are always on the right side and text is always on the left side. By default, we can change the alignment. Right now, we are not going to in that topic, but just I'm saying by default alignment, right? That is the one thing. But it may happen based on the single criteria, we can't identify that which is the number and which is the text, because I can change the alignment. We'll see how to change the alignment. I just want to show the difference. So right now you will see that whatever text is there, so this is also on the right side. So you may interpret that this is the number, but that's not the true, right? So what can we do? We may have the multiple criteria. So single alignment is not criteria that can be helpful to identify which is the number and which is the text. We have another criteria again. If you have this number, if I'm going to the formatting here, so within home tab, here's a number. So you don't have to worry about these options right now if you're not able to understand, because we have not yet started with the understanding all these options. We'll go through each and every option in detail. So right now, so what I am doing, just remember this is the formatting that I am changing. So format, what you are able to see. If I'm clicking on the number and I'm just going to the format, you are able to see what you are able to see. Just capture this. Okay. Then I'm going to click on the text and just capture that also and just tell me the difference, what difference that you are able to see, right? Just go to the general and see if I'm clicking on this cell, right? Then when I'm clicking on the this text and when I'm clicking on the formats, what difference you are able to see between the two? Yes. Is there any difference? So just for brief idea, so this option is just to change the format. If you, for example, want the date in short date, long date, in time is there, percentage is there, fraction is there, or currency is there, or simply want in the number format, or you don't want to define the format. So what are exactly format that we will learn? Okay. So these options based on your selection will decide the format, right? So what is the difference that you are able to see? Just look at all these options. Here you are able to see the preview. Below this, to see below that, whatever we have mentioned in the cell. If I'm clicking on this number and I'm again going to the number format, what you are able to see? Yes. So what is happening right now? What changes happen? Just observe it carefully.
Decimal number.
Yeah. So right now what is happening? Currency, that is the rupees, right? At the starting.
Currency.
I'm changing the different formats, right? So what are these formats? We have to learn, right? Right now I'm just want to show you. So some changes are happening, right? Percentage. But if I'm clicking here, so are you able to see anything? I selected the time, I selected the percentage, I selected the fraction, I selected the currency. Is there any difference that you are able to see?
No.
Right. So what is your interpretation?
Number can be changed, but combination of number and text not changed.
Yes. So simply the second criteria for identification of the text or number is that the cell formatting cannot be applied on the text, right? Because you are able to see same text here. But if I'm clicking here in the preview, you can see in the decimal point, in the currency format, accounting format, short date, long date, percentage, fraction. So I'm able to see the different formats. It is because this is only possible on the numbers. Cell formatting can be done only on the numbers, and that cannot be done on the text, right? Third criteria. So again, third criteria to identify whether the input that is there in the cell is text or number, right? Just a moment. Sometime you are able to see this green mark triangle. Anyone is aware about this triangle, green mark triangle?
No, it convert number to text.
Yeah. So this is nothing but the error actually, indication of the error. If I'm going to click, so different types of the errors are there within the Excel. We will learn one by one later with the time. If I'm going to just click on this, so first I will see what is the issue, why I'm getting the error. So I'm getting the error as number stored as a text. It means that the input that is added in the cell, that is the 12 is the number, but it is stored as a text. So that is the problem. So Excel is defining the problem. In the second line, it is always providing you the solution that you need to convert this number to the this text to the number because it's the number. Your format is wrong. So I'll convert to number. Right now, so what is the alignment of this 12?
Left hand side.
Left,
Left side.
right? Which is similar to the text, right?
Yes.
It should be aligned on the right side, right? If I'm going to do the correction in the format, convert to numbers, so it is coming to the right side, right? So that is the third indication, right? So this error, green mark triangle, will help you to identify whether that is the number or the text, right? I'm telling this concept because if you are going to add anything in the formulas, for example, if I want to combine these two numbers, simply I just want to combine. I don't want to do addition of these two numbers here in the cell. We are not starting with the concept of formulas right now, but I just want to show you what is the purpose of identifying number and text. So right now it is combination become 12 and 14, right? We are not doing sum here. We are doing combination. But here we have your name, right? I just want to show you the concept. So Rajesh Patil. So that is the name. So this is the text or the number.
Text.
Yeah, that is the text. First thing is that it is on the left side. Second is that we are not able to change the format, right? If I'm going to, how I just use the and in between these two references just to combine these two things. So in a similar way, if I'm going to add it, so it is coming. But if I'm going to use any formula, or no, don't use formula. If I want to do it manually, like for example, here how I did, like 12 and 14. So right now I'm getting, if I want to click here, Rajesh and Patil. So it is showing the name error. Why it is showing? If just observe it carefully what I am doing, I just added it in the double inverted quotes. Now it is working fine, right? So what is your observation?
By add, if you want to add text, we have to give in comma.
We have to add it in the double inverted quotes.
If any text if I using that, it will under in a text for a double quote format.
Yes. If I'm adding the manual, I'm not selecting the reference right now, like this, for example. I'm not selecting the cell. We'll see references and all that. But if you, so right now it is working because I have selected C52, that is the cell reference, right? We'll start with basic everything. Right now, just remember, if you want to add text in any formula, then you need to use double inverted quotes. That is the concept in the SQL, right?
And also in Python.
Yeah, also in VBA coding, also in the Power BI DAX, also in the click, that is the visualization to scripting, also in the Alteryx, that is the data transformation tool. Everywhere, that is the universal, right? So simply, not only alphabets are the text, even space is also text. For example, if I want to add space between these two, na, I will add like this. I mentioned the space in between the double inverted quotes, right? We'll see in detail. Just I want to show that even space is also even space is also the, sorry, yeah, even space is also the text. Any special character, percentage sign, if you want to add, if you want to add at the rate, if you want to add asterisk, if you want to add exclamation mark, anything. So these are all the text, and you need to always mention in the double inverted quotes, right? Because Excel, why this concept is different or important? Because Excel treat numbers and data in different way. The formulas which are there for the text, that will not be applicable to the numbers. Some are applicable, but just at broad level, just to understand, and the things that, or the functions that are useful for the text, so that are not going to apply to the numbers. All right. So that is the basic fundamental concept, and which is much more important, especially while doing the VBA coding, while applying the formulas using any inbuilt function. It is important to identify whether your data is there in the text format or the number, especially when we are pulling the data from the databases. Everyone is aware about the databases. So those who are not working in the industry, those who have not worked on the data, may not be aware about the concept of the databases. That we will learn about the concept of what is the databases exactly, right?
Yes, sir.
So when we are pulling or extracting data from any data source, maybe publicly available or maybe purchased by your organization. So sometimes we are not getting the data in the proper format. So it's much more important to identify your data format and then to convert it into the proper format. Especially this green mark triangle that we were getting here, especially when we are pulling the data from the data sources. Multiple data sources are there in our organization if you're working on the uh, data part. Then we are getting the green mark triangles. If you are going to apply any function, any formula, so that formula will not work on that unless and until you are not going to convert that text format to the number, because Excel treat numbers differently, Excel treat text differently, right? Any doubt till this point?
No, sir.
Cool. So how we are going to do? So for this Excel weekend batch, so firstly we'll start with the introduction about the Excel. So introduction about the Excel, so that will includes the very basic things, like for example, what are the interface, each and every option which is available on the interface. That we will start with that, formatting, and we are going to start with the logic. Okay, different terminologies that are used. This is called as formula bar. This is called as a name box. Why it is called as the name box? That is the important, right? Many people know that yes, this is name box. They have remember, but they don't know the logic behind that. What are the other uses of this name box? How can we do the automation? How can we simply make our work simplified with the help of the name boxes? It has significance, but we never utilizing. So as a first stage, we'll go stage by stage. Okay. As a first step or first stage, we learn about the introduction about the Excel. What are the different options which are available on the interface of the Excel? Basic concepts and terminologies about the Excel. In step two, we learn about the basic Excel functions and formulas. Even though those who are working on the Excel, so they don't know what is the difference between the functions and what is the difference between the formulas. If any function is there, not there, for example, sum, which is there, you can see multiple functions are there. But if that function is not there within the Excel, how can we develop that? We can simply develop it with the help of the VBA. To learn VBA, there is no need of any programming language knowledge. You can develop it at any level, irrespective of your educational background. Excel basic functions and formula. Then next, we'll go with the step three. So step three and step four will go in hand. So what will be the step three? Advanced functions and formulas. So we'll learn about the few advanced functions and formula. Simultaneously, we'll go with the step four as well. Different data analysis techniques which are available within the Excel, different tools which are available within the Excel, that we are going to learn in the step four, right? So step three and step four will go hand in hand. We'll cover some part of the advanced functions and how can we utilize those in the data analysis technique that we are going to learn. In the step fifth, the step five, we learn about the data visualization. From basic charts to creating the advanced dashboard. And it's not like, you may have attended the few webinars and sessions where they are conducting dashboard creation in just 2 hours, 3 hours. It is not going to like that. From initial itself, we are going to make you that much capable that you will able to develop the advanced dashboards, not just remembering the 5 10 things. You can apply anything, you can develop your own dashboard. Will make you that much capable that you will able to apply any chart, any formula. You will able to transform your data into any way, right? That is going to cover here. That is the data visualization part. In the step 5, we are going to cover the AI integration. How can we use the AI tool? ChatGPT is there, Copilot is there, Bard is there, AI Bard is there. So multiple tools are there. How can we use this effectively? In any organization nowadays, the person with knowledge is valued. There is no doubt. But they want that if some task is there, if that task is taking 7 to 8 hours, 8 hours to duration, then they want the person who is able to do that within the 1 or 2 hours. And that is completely possible. I will show you with the help of the practical examples that how AI can help you to save your time tremendously. You will not believe. For example, if you have to write the VBA code, it will take 4 5 hours. Simple code, but you can do that within just 5 to 10 minutes. But what is the requirement? Without understanding each and everything, without understanding basics about the Excel, you will not able to use these tools. You need to have the solid background, you need to have the solid base, you need to have the solid understanding about the fundamentals of the Excels. Then only you will able to understand what ChatGPT or any other tool is providing you the solution. Then only you will able to apply it practically. That is much more important here. I am going to share you the syllabus copy as well. We'll discuss syllabus copy also. Right, just a moment. Let me show you the syllabus copy, the syllabus that we are going to cover. We are going to cover anything, like each and everything that we are going to cover. Starting from the basic about the workbook, worksheets, what are the different options which are available, different data formats, layouts, how can we create the tables, sorting options, basic operations with the formulas and functions, how can we create the charts, other objects like slicers, timeline, etc., conditional formatting, different options like paste special, advanced formulas and advanced options which are there within the Excel, name ranges, forecast option, how can we do the forecasting with the help of the Excel, pivot tables, pivot charts, VBA basic introduction. You will able to write the basic VBA codes. You can do your automation of the work, Excel shortcuts, everything starting from the Power Query, basic to advanced. Anyone without any without any knowledge, without any background can able to learn Excel. So what value addition we are going to provide basically? First thing is that we are going to start with the scratch, and much more important thing is that we will go with the logics, not with remembering and mugging up things. Excel is like that only, that people will make you boring because just remembering and mugging of things will not go by that way. We'll understand Excel with the logics and start from the scratch. Another thing is that we'll work on the automation work. Simple automation works, right? How can we automate the daily task? For example, if you have the report that goes on daily basis, on weekly basis, or on monthly basis, quarterly basis, and that is very common. So how can you do the automation? You just have to click few clicks. You can make it dynamic. If next month data will update it, next day data will update it, you just have to add the data and you just have to do some quality checks, right? By this way, you can do the automation. We'll take some practical examples. How can we do the automation of the Excel charts? Simply, for example, current month is Jan. We have the data. In Feb, again data will come. But you need to update the charts manually if chart is there. But how can we identify the way by which you don't have to update the charts manually? Why to put efforts in repetitive works? Why not to do automation? Why not to go with the dynamic formulas options? Any doubt till this point? Anything that you want to ask? Anything?
Hi, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, as you mentioned that macro development will be there. So is it like advanced one or like or some basic one?
Yeah, it's going to be advanced. So we'll make you capable at such a level that any code, any coding that is done by the chat GPT, you will able to understand it.
Okay.
Yes.
So in business process, lot of currently nowadays, there's a lot of automation is going on.
Yeah.
So yeah, yeah. Even in my company also. So
Mhm.
our LDT team used to do that section. So can I
Yes.
become a capable of like that to do it from my end after
So
this
your
course?
team is doing automation based on the Excel?
Huh, for my project, they are doing by Excel only.
Yes.
Ex-
Yes. So I will make sure that you will able to do automation on your own. You will able to understand it and you will do it.
okay, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
We are going to start from the basic to the advanced level at such level that you will able to understand all that. Like we are going to cover everything. We will not remain. We are not going to keep things pending. Anything, if you want to cover any other topic other than the syllabus, I will show syllabus copy. Then that topic also we are going to cover. Anything that is currently utilized in the industry, that we are going to cover here. And just not it is not just like just the just the basic things. We are going to start from the basic to the advanced. We want that what you are learning, you are going to make here, that should be practically useful. Otherwise, that is not like that is not making any sense for you to attend the classes on the weekend basis, just wasting the time, right? You should able to do it. And we want to keep our level at such level that we will meet the industry expectations.
Yes, sir. Got it.
Yes. Any other question? I'll share syllabus copy, but just remember that we will not go with the flow of the syllabus copy. We'll go randomly. We'll pick up the topic. We'll go from the basic to the advanced, and we'll integrate the topic, right? Because we want to go with the logic. So whatever topic is making sense, we'll start with that topic. We'll integrate other topics along with that topic, so that it will create interest for you guys also.
Sure, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have one question.
Okay.
In data analyst, like how much Excel is required on a day to day? Since I know that Excel is required, like how much and uh, required? Can you please explain?
Yeah. So Excel is basic, right? So Excel is needed. Without Excel, if you want to enter in the, for example, if you're fresher, right? If you're fresher, if you're launching your career into the data analytics or like that, you need to have thorough understanding of the Excel. Even though if you're entering into the visualization, for example, if you're going to work on the Power BI, without understanding of the Excel, you can't work on the Power BI. So in the organization, those who are using the SQL and all other like languages or tools to store the data, so there it is not required. But maximum times it is going to be useful for you. Even though, for example, other tools are there like visualization, like Click is there. So there we do the scripting and all that. Scripting is nothing but like how we do coding in the SQL. It's similar to that. So that thing also we can do like we can simplify the task with the help of the Excel if you have the knowledge about the Excel. So Excel is the basic fundamental of like domain where data is there, and it is very like user friendly, and you can learn it very easily. So that's why organizations are using the Excel. So nowadays they are shifting like visualize instead of Excel visualization, they are going to shifting to other visualization tool. But the basic core of your data will come from Excel only. And to whom we have designed this course? We have designed this course. What is the target audience? Data analyst, business analyst, those who want to become, or those who want to improve their Excel skills, data analysis, business analyst is analyst, finance analyst, those who are working in the consulting domain, data science domain, educators, small business owners, personal finance, those who want to manage the personal finance, as well as for the students. So this course is designed for all these things. So what are our expectation from the attendees? It will not like we'll start the class and we'll teach everything. It will not like that. It should be interactive. You should ask us the questions. And we are always providing freedom to ask any question, anything about the Excel. Even you can come to us if you have any problem, if for example any question about your project, like if you want to simply, for example, if you want to transform your data, if you want to do the automation of your data, you can just tell us the layout of your data and we can help you out with that, right? If you are not able to apply any formula, how can you apply that formula? How can you make the things dynamic so that repetitive work you don't have to do it manually? How can you do that? And daily practice is much more important. So this batch is going to start from tomorrow. So duration will be 1.5 months, and the last will be there on the 16th March. So till 16th March, this batch will go. So this is basically, as you are aware, this is the weekend batch. So timing will be 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Usually like 11 a.m. to 12:30, but I just want to keep 30 minutes reserve because sometime mostly we are going to end at 1 p.m. only. So usually 11 a.m. to 12:30 you can consider, but just make sure that you're available till 1 p.m. So total duration will be more approximately. More than 30 hours will be the duration for this batch because we have to cover each and everything in detail, so it will take some time and we'll go with the logics. So at the end of this batch, what will be the output? What will be the end objective? Any doubt on the timing duration? Any doubt before
No,
jumping
sir.
to the other part? Yes?
No, sir. Clear.
No,
Yeah.
sir, clear.
Yes. End objective. What will be the end objective? You will able to understand fundamentals of Excel, Excel functions and formulas. You will able to apply. We are going to cover more than 100 functions and formulas within Excel. Advanced analytic skills. So you will able to develop the advanced analytic skills like pivot table charts, pivot charts, slicers, name ranges, Power Query, Power Pivot, etc. Data visualization. So including the charts and how can we use the functions and formulas to develop data visualization, VBA and macros to automate your task, VBA and macros, AI with Excel, and you will be able to apply more than 100 plus shortcuts at the end without remembering. Remember this. I just want to understand from you. Till now, everything is clear, right?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yeah. So I just want to understand expectation from you guys. Why you're looking to learn the Excel?
Sir, can we do data cleaning with the Excel also?
Yeah, we can do data cleaning, data transformation. We can do automation of the data cleaning as well.
Oh, sir, In Excel, it's easy to do, or in Python, it's easy to do data cleaning.
It depends upon the data source and all that, right? So in Python, you can do the automation. If, like, some limitations are there within the Excel, right?
Oh,
So it depends upon what type of the data cleaning that you want to do. It depends upon that. If large data is there, then Python is the best option.
oh. And also you do, and also you give some assignments also after the
Yeah. So
class.
we are going to provide you the notes for each and every topic, whatever topic that we are going to cover it on the daily basis. So we'll provide the Excel sheet that contain assignments.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. So we have another question from the children that any data analysis use cases will you discuss from your real-time experience? Yes. So whatever topic that we are going to learn, so there itself we are going to take the practical applications and use cases. We'll also provide you data to do the practice. What will offer you the sources from which you can download the large file and you can do the practice. But everything that we are going to learn is based on the practical experiences only.
Hello.
Yeah.
So, suppose this is the weekend classes. So, if I am getting any doubt
Mhm.
in between the weekdays, so how it will be? Means we can post it in the group. Can we ask this question, those question, assignment question, or anything related to the topic that had been discussed? So,
You can
uh,
post in the group, you can reach out to me anytime. Okay. So I can respond to it. You have anything like any doubt on your project, automation, functions, anything like within the Excel, you can reach out to me anytime.
okay,
Yeah, I may not be able to answer you on the spot, but maybe in the evening I will able to answer you.
yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So, along with it, suppose I'm 2 years experience to 2.5 years experience as a data analyst. So,
Okay.
after completing the course, will I be able to express myself, or what's it means as a 2.5 years experience? So, means I have worked. I can say that I have worked for 2.5 years. Can I
Okay.
say that to the interview in the interview?
I can make sure you that like in interviews if Excel is needed, so they conduct the case studies, right? And some so I can I can give guarantee that at the end, if you're doing the practice and attending the regular classes, then you will able to crack any interview based on the Excel. You will able to solve any case study. So we are going to keep level at that level that you will able to crack any interview based on the Excel. So I just have one question, whatever topic that we covered today. So don't you think that that was the logical and that level of learning? Have you ever learned from any other source?
Mm.
No.
No, actually, first time I'm learning this Excel. So,
Okay.
yeah. I means apart from this Excel, the SQL and the Python classes that I have taken from this academy. So it
Okay.
was like, I mean, Tanvir sir was taking that, so it was very good. So reasoning along with everything. So yes.
Yeah.
Mm.
So you will able you can ask me any question during the class, any doubt, I can repeat any concept, anything. So that is not issue. Okay. And covering the syllabus, anything that you want. Okay. So how we go usually? We go like according to my syllabus, whatever we want to cover. Okay. If you want to cover any other topic within the Excel, like we are not going to leave anything. Okay. We are going to make sure that we are going to cover everything. But even if you want to cover anything else, that then that is also fine. So you don't have to worry about the two things. That is the level skill set that you are able to get at the end of the class, syllabus, and the quality of the content. You don't have to worry about these things at the end. And I will make it at the end. It will not happen like, you just learn about the very basic things and you're not able to use practically. It will not happen.